Hello guys, once again welcome to Sementia Farms, and as usual my name is Fred, and today I'm here at the goat ranch because I know you guys wanted more of the video that I released about how to import goats from South Africa to West Africa, and that's why I'm here to share with you today. So if you're interested in goat farming or importing goats or having an exotic breed like what I have back there, which is the guys in white and red neck, is called the Boer goats. The guys that are all red is called the Kalahari red, and I imported all these guys all the way from South Africa to Ghana, and that's why today I'm going to come walk you guys through the process. But before we do that, as usual, I want to say a big thank you to all of you guys that have been supporting this channel, subscribing to it and commenting. Thank you so much. And those of you that have been talking to me, that are mentoring one-on-one, I want to say hi to you guys as well. And if you ever want to talk to me, go to the description. I have a link there. Click on that link and you'll be able to schedule some time and speak to me. Another thing that I've done is also put together 5 things that I wish I knew before I went into farming. So if you're thinking about going into farming, then go to farminginafrica.com/mistakes, and these are things that I think every beginner farmer needs to know, think about, and ask himself before they go into farming. It's a free PDF. Once you sign up, it's going to send it to your email and you can download it, share it with your friends or for yourself as well, and that is something that I've put together for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to let me know what you think. But as we are growing, I think I want to spend less time on the camera and doing one-on-one consultation and rather putting things together. So one of the things that I'm also thinking about is putting my knowledge and organizing all of it in a course form so that you guys can have access to it. Let me know, because this is something I've been talking about for a while, but I haven't really been able to gather the courage to design the course and the curriculum. So let me know if you guys think it's going to be helpful. Please write in the comment for me, because something that people have asked me and I've also thought about it, but I don't know, it's gonna be work, it's gonna be challenging, because I've never created a curriculum before, I've never recorded any course form before, but I believe it's possible. So you guys let me know if you need it, and I'm happy to put some time into it later this year and come up with something. Okay, so today we're talking about how to bring these goats to West Africa. And I know if you want some in East Africa, I know Hemisi, he's the legend of goat farming. I love him. He's in Uganda, and you guys can reach out to him. He has a YouTube channel as well. I think if you put anything about goats in Africa, you should be able to see him. But this video is going to be focused on West Africa, but a bit of a general knowledge. So I want to walk you through my personal process, right? Because I think I released a video talking about how I brought my goat, but a lot of you contacted me and said, Fred, you missed out the actual process, the requirement and so on. So that's why I'm bringing you this new video. So I think first of all, the most important thing, and something you need to be super careful about. Careful. I'm stressing on this word because so many people have reached out to me to tell me that, Fred, I got scammed because I sent money to South Africa and the goats never came. So many people from Nigeria have told me that, Fred, I found somebody in Nigeria who was bringing goats, I sent them money, the money never came. You need to be super careful if you want to import goats from South Africa to wherever, whether West Africa, East Africa, or wherever that you're taking it. The source. So there are 2 ways, right? You can import it through myself, right? I always bring some for myself and I take orders from other people. We all combine, we share the price and pay, and we bring it to Ghana. And then we have somebody who picks it to Nigeria and he distributes to the Nigerian people. We have somebody in Abidjan who takes it to Abidjan and distributes it to people in Abidjan. And I'm sure, if you're in East Africa, Hemis can also help you out by, getting you some. And that is one way of doing it. The second way is by you contacting somebody directly in South Africa. And if you're going to do that, then you need to first of all find somebody who is registered with the export of livestock in South Africa. Not everybody can actually export livestock from South Africa. So you might find a breeder, somebody who has a farm, but that person doesn't have the license to actually export breed. If you find someone with a license, that person will be common person. You should be able to research and know them better. Once you have done your due diligence and you have a good person, they all work with various breeders. So then he will then connect you to his breeder, right? Or he will then choose the breed from the breeder and then ship it to you. So if you're buying it directly from South Africa, don't buy it from the farmer. You need to find somebody who is an exporter of livestock. That person will then be able to ship it to you. There are a couple of requirements that you need to go through if you're importing goats from South Africa. The first one is, once you've paid for your goat, a veterinary officer in South Africa needs to come and pick blood samples and run a couple of tests, take it to their lab and run it to make sure that the goats are free from a lot of diseases and different things like, foot rot, mouth sore, so on and so on, different diseases. Depending on your country's requirement, they might do more, but they will do the general test just to make sure that the goats are in healthy condition before they can be basically exported or flew to you. Once that is done, then the goats need to go into quarantine for 21 days. So if you're paying money to somebody and the person is telling you that they can get you a goat in 1 week, in 2 weeks, they are lying. The goats actually, sometimes depending on even the results that comes from the vet, you will have to even stay for more than a month. And that's why most of you, when you order from me, sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it takes about 2 months. It's just because of the vet and the results that's coming. It's probably gonna rain. It's getting very cloudy, so forgive me if the picture quality is changing. It's getting cloudy from nowhere, but it's good. Rain is always good for farmers, so I'm excited for it to rain. But basically that's what happens. It's going to take you about 21 to maybe even 40 days, right? Quarantine, depending on the results that comes out. So that's how long it actually takes for you to go through quarantine. And if you do pass all the tests and everything, then your goats can be shipped to you. Goats from South Africa to West Africa mostly, right, will go by South African Airways, and then you'll be charged a freight cost. Freight cost to West Africa is somewhere around $15,000, guys. So you're looking at somewhere between $11,000 to $15,000 depending on the tons. But mostly in South Africa, if you're not ordering above about 30 livestock, they won't be able to ship it to you because the freight cost alone, it's not gonna make sense, right? You'll buy your Boer goat for maybe $600 or $700, and if you're paying, maybe even $14,000 for freight alone, right? And you're buying 5, then it doesn't make sense. So you need to buy the quantity, enough quantity for it to make sense. And that's why it's important that mostly we put orders together and we're able to order it instead of just one person, paying the freight and also buying just 10 or 5. It doesn't make business sense. So once you have your freight money, then your agent in South Africa can now book a freight for you and send you your weigh bill. Once you have your weigh bill, you'll be able to see when the goats are arriving and all the details. Then you take that to your port clearing agent and he can start the processes. Depending on which country that you are, there are different requirements for bringing it in. In Ghana, you need what we call the import permit. The moment your veterinary in South Africa has conducted its test and given you the results, you take that to the veterinary office and you're able to get an import permit. You pay for that and then you send that to South Africa. Without the import permit, your breeder cannot also ship the goat to you because they need to prove to the airline that you have the right paperwork to bring the goats to Ghana, right? So you get your import permit, send it to them, and then they can also facilitate the process in South Africa. So once your goats arrive, depending on the requirement. In Ghana, we require, I think, 10 tests to be done. South Africa is only able to do 2 of those tests. That means that once the goats arrive in Ghana, the veterinary officers in Ghana needs to run those extra 8 tests. So they're going to charge you for those tests as well, you know, so that they do it. And then once it gets into your country, now you need the clearing agent to sort out, you know, the import duty, the handlers, and the clearing agent fee, and all those things to be able to clear your goats as well. So it is not such a smooth process. So if somebody in South Africa is promising you that he can send you goats within 3 days, or just pay, you know, $50 per goat and he will be able to bring you goats, that is a lie. You guys need to understand the process. And if this is not clear enough, reach out to me. I have a link in the description. Click on that link, schedule some time to me and talk one-on-one. If you're in West Africa and you're in need of goats, I'm happy to add you to our order if we have space. If you're in East Africa, I'm sure Hamis will be happy to support you as well. But this is so far the process that I've been going through in bringing my goats to the continent, to West Africa. So if you guys have any question or anything, let me know. Write in the comments what you also think about it. But that's the process that I've been using, and I hope that you've learned something from this video. Thank you very much, and I'll continue to share my experience and the way that I do things with you, so that you guys have the information to be able to do it as well.